Guys, it's Josh from JDM Right Hand Drive. Today's video I'm going to be showing you how I took my Nissan Silvia and did some paint work to the rear body panel all at home myself, just in my garage using spray cans to repair this whole area that was all rusty and looking like crap. It showed up all dented from Japan. Probably tagged something while guy was drifting would be my guess, and the rear quarter panel was rusty and dented at about a ½ inch. So I'll put some video up on the screen, show you what it looked like when I picked it up from the Port of Tacoma about a year ago and how it looks now. But yeah, the only real imperfection I found to the body is just right here, so I'm gonna have to probably take care of this because it looks like there's some type of damage hidden behind this, so that was undisclosed on the auction sheet. Well guys, it is the next morning and I've got the rear clean. It's all washed, it looks nice. I went ahead and bondoed this area, so I was gonna sand this today and paint it. So I'm gonna get this all sanded down, perfect, and pretty much ready for paint tomorrow. Same thing over here. Just use my tape as a guide, get this sanded down, and then I'll paint it, and then this will be all tidied up. Just wanted to do this video today to show you guys, like, this is the first time I've ever attempted to paint a body panel on a car. I don't really have that much experience painting, and I was able to do this just at home myself with some spray cans and save myself 600 bucks. So let's get into today's video. So this painting is done in this back section here, and if you guys remember all the rust that we had, I'll throw some pictures up to just kind of show you the deterioration we had in this area. So I mean, the body work's not perfect. I didn't spend a lot of time on it. What I really cared about was this little back section, because once I put the body kit over, this is all going to be covered anyway. So you're not going to see these little imperfections in the metal. But at least it's preserved. It's not going to rust. And that's really what I was concerned with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wet sand these edges, and then I'm going to high-speed buff this to kind of blend the paint in together. And then we'll pull the adhesive off and throw this on, reattach the rear bumper, and then this project will be done. So that's what it looks like after sanding. So it's blended in pretty good. This you won't see. This you will notice a little bit, but I'm just cleaning up the paint line edge here because it's not, it needs to be blended a little bit better. So I'm just using a little cardboard to get a seamless overspray. This looks way better than it did originally. I mean, you can still tell there's some imperfections in the body, but it's not gonna rust, and that's what I'd be concerned about if I was buying this and doing some drifting. It's just nice to have it at least looking better. Here's this side with the Navan rear spat on. It looks good. Now we'll just go ahead and put the Navan rear spat on this side here. This is all done. Too bad that the paint shop that I actually had professionally paint this didn't do a very good job color matching this. I even brought them the front fender off the car. It's still way too white. Same thing the spoiler, but at least it looks better than it did. Might be able to maybe clean that off a little bit there, but you don't see the scuffs as much. You can tell the paint doesn't match, but it looks better. I'm happy with it. Whoever buys it, I think, will be happy with it as well. And these are just done with, what is this, from Westco Paint Supply. I've got their clear coat. If you guys want to see about paint correction, I've got the Griot's Garage. I'll put a video link in the description for that. This is just leftovers from when I painted the engine bay. It's like 150 bucks. Did it all myself at home. Didn't turn out too bad, but think I'm going to go ahead and end today's video here. It's like 98 degrees outside. I'm dying. I'm sweating to death. And I am freaking hot. I just wanted to get this car done so I can pull it out of the garage and put the GTR inside because I don't want it sitting outside in the sun melting. Say hi. Say hi to the vlog.
Hi. I know how to love you now.
So I've washed the car, I pulled it outside. I wanted to get a few shots of this in the sun for you guys. So if we come in close to this and we look really close at the fender, this looks way better. I'll put up some footage of what it looked like before. When the car was arrived, this quarter panel was basically crushed in, probably like a good ½ inch. And it was just all plagued with rust in this area. So with how I painted it, I mean, you can see a little bit of like the imperfection of where I painted it. But when you stand back and you look from a couple feet away, you can't notice. I could have spent more time and blended this in better and made it match more, but I just kind of gave up on it, honestly. The car's looking good. Engine bay is nice and clean. The body kit's all fitted. So it's pretty much ready to go. I've got a TPS sensor coming. I'm gonna replace this to see if I can get it running even better. Some of the voltage on that seems a little off. But yeah, I think the body's coming together. Good shot at it with the hood closed. Put a ceramic coat on this so the body's nice and shiny, it's clean. It's been sitting outside for a couple days. The thing I want to do is clean up the rear brake calipers rotor, scrub that down. I still need to put a couple screws on each side, so I need to take the wheels off to do that. Then I'm pretty much done with this car. So I didn't really put a lot of what I did in here. I basically like scrubbed it down, bondoed it, sanded that, put 3 coats of primer, wet sanded that. Then I did 3 coats of paint, wet sanded that, clear coated it, peeled everything off, blended all this together after sanding it more, and then blended like into this fender and then just clear coat over everything, wet sanded. And with 1500 2000 grit, and then I polished it with my Griot's Garage fast correcting cream. Polished it for like 5 minutes and it turned out pretty damn good. I took this to an auto body shop and they wanted to charge me $600 to basically paint all the way like up half of this rear quarter panel, and I didn't want to spend that kind of money. I already had the paint in my garage and I spent about 4 hours doing this myself, so that's $150 an hour I saved myself, so I'm pretty happy with it. I've also removed the steering wheel from the car because I'm going to switch it for the one that was in the R32. I initially paid like $500 for that steering wheel that's in this car from Yahoo Auctions in Japan, which is a lot of money to put into a steering wheel. It really doesn't give the car any added value, so I'll show you the one that's in the garage real quick before we end today's video. I have to apologize, guys. I wish I would have showed more of when I was doing that paint body work, but I was having a few beers that day in the garage, and it was, like I said, it was like 98 degrees. I was literally sweating to death, dying, and I was not in the best mood. So I really didn't record much because, like I said, I was kind of pissed off. So anyway, let me show you the steering wheels. So this was the wheel that was in the R32 GTR. And as you can see, the leather's kind of worn. You can tell that this is sat out in the sun. It's not nearly as pristine. Like there's all these imperfections in it. Let's move it out of the sun. This is the wheel I pulled off the S15. So when you look at them from a distance, you can see how the leather's kind of breaking down and shiny, where this is still, it looks like it's brand new. Like it looks soft. The leather looks nice and rich still. There's no imperfections or anything on it. It looks really, really nice. So I've got to modify this for the R32. This one was modified to fit the R32, but it wasn't done properly. This is an early R32, so the steering wheel, that little centerpiece is actually canted. So from the top of the steering wheel, it needs to be canted a little bit off axis in order to mount up and not get the high cast light to come on. So I just put the Sparco one in for now. I'm going to use that until I can take this and kind of modify. I got to cut out the back, and you can see how they cut the back out on this to match up to the S14. And so I need to do a little trimming on this to fit it into the S14. I just got to open up all that plastic and maybe shave off a little bit of that metal where the green writing is. And then this will be ready to throw in. Cool, 2 S15 steering wheel spec cars just sitting in the garage. And yeah, R32's chilling. We'll be ready to go to the track here in the next about 10 days or so. I bought a sheet of ABS plastic. So this is going to go in the Silvia, in the dash where the ashtray is, to hold the HKS EVC boost control. So I'm going to get that done probably tomorrow. I'll just edit video all day today and get caught up with the channel. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Kind of not the most interesting video today. It's just to kind of show, hey, if you have rust repair and you need to do some body work at home, little tiny jobs like this, you can do decent enough to where if it's, I don't know, this isn't a brand new car. It's almost 30 years old. I think the body work looks good enough for how old the car is and considering the condition. I think it matches pretty well, and I saved 600 bucks. If I would have paid $600 to get it professionally done, I wouldn't have got all my money out of it. So that's kind of my point. But if you guys want to watch the next video, I'm basically just going to be taking this ABS plastic. I'm going to be taking some cardboard, fitting it into the hole, tracing out the pattern here, cutting it out, mounting it into here, leaving a hole in the center, of course, so I can run the wire. And then this EVC HKS boost control is just going to be mounted there, so that's going to look nice and clean. Got to modify the steering wheel a little bit more to fit this bottom opening here for this plug. I just got to notch that out, and then I can put the S15 wheel in there. This is supposed to face up, of course. That's for the rear wheel steering. But if you guys want to join me on that, next video, I'll probably be doing this tomorrow and get that all done. So a lot better than this just having a big hole. I was thinking of maybe ordering an ashtray, putting it in there, which nobody's going to probably ever use, and mounting this up here. But I like the idea of that being there where that's more utilized, and then the pocket, you can use that for your cell phone or wallet or whatever you want to put in there. So yeah, we'll get this finished up. This is one of my dogs. This is Lola. Say hi, Lola.
Marta's up here, Dad.
I see that. So she's a German Shepherd mix, and this is Lola, this is Marta, our new puppy. She's like 6 months old. We just picked her up. We've had her for about 6 weeks. Still getting potty trained, but good puppy. Marta. Say hi. What's up? Say hi to Julia.
Hi.
So we spend a lot of time together, me, Julia, and the dogs, and work on my cars and edit videos. That's JDM Right Hand Drive. Thanks for tuning in. See you guys next time. Back to the office to do some more video editing. That's where I spend all my time. This darn chair.